Losing weight is probably one of the most desired things across the entire world, but it's made even more difficult due to the countless trash advice available online. I've made this video for you to serve as a guide to put your faith in. That means you no longer have to sit through a 10-minute and 15-second video by all the people trying to sell you something. I don't have anything to sell. I just want to help people with their goal of losing fat. First of all, it's very important that you understand the difference between wanting to lose weight and wanting to reduce your body fat. Weight and body fat are two different things. Losing weight is just about getting the scale to show a smaller number, whereas wanting to lose body fat is actually reducing the real fat on your body. You do not want to lose weight, you want to lose body fat. Think about it. The weight on the scale is not important to anyone else unless you are in a competitive sport with weight categories. If you focus on lowering body fat, which is what you truly want anyway, it will be much more motivating for you to continue this journey rather than being upset that your weight stayed the same or even went up. Do not place the emphasis on the scale, place the emphasis on the actual fat on your body. What is the easiest way to go from here to here? There are 3 easy to do techniques to drop your body fat just like these pictures. Technique 1. Delay breakfast. Have your first meal of the day at a later time. The scientific word for this is intermittent fasting, but this is a no bullshit guide. We aren't going to get into the unnecessary details of how it works. Just trust me on this and try 2 simple changes. 1. When you wake up, only drink water and do not eat breakfast or anything else for a couple of hours. 2. Have your last meal of the day at an earlier time within a maximum of 8 hours from the first meal. For example, I wake up at 6 a.m. every day and I don't eat my first meal until 10 a.m. I then eat all my meals quite close together, which makes me feel full, and I have my last bit of food no later than 6 p.m. So my eating window is 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., which is 8 hours. If you're hardcore and you want to aid your fat loss even more, you can shorten your eating window down further, so your last food intake could be at 4 or 5 p.m. instead of 6. Delaying breakfast and shortening your eating window replicates how our ancestors used to eat. None of them were fat. None of them ever had the chance of eating small meals with snacks throughout the day. They ate one big meal and then went hunting or farming again. So let's replicate this by shortening the time frame of our eating down and extending the amount of time we aren't eating anything. Technique 2. Eat less. A calorie deficit is the absolute requirement for losing fat, but honestly a lot of people struggle with this. That's okay. That's why you are doing technique 1 first. By shortening your eating window, it's much easier to eat less. It's even easier to eat nothing for some time than it is to eat little amounts. Always remember that the biggest part of fat loss is being in a calorie deficit, and this is made so much easier because of technique 1. There's one more technique, but you're probably not gonna like it. Exercise. Don't be off put. I'm going to set you a reasonable challenge that will aid your fat loss and also improve your health. Ready? Walk 5 to 10,000 steps every day. No matter what, even if it's just before bedtime, you must hit at least 5,000 steps a day. If you feel stronger and more energetic, then go for 10,000. You can easily track this on an iPhone using the Health app, which makes it quite fun to see and compare all the data. Anyone can do this. It's supposed to be a challenge and it will be quite tiring, but think of that as aiding your fat loss. It's much easier to lose fat when you are active than just completely relying on reducing your food intake. Getting consistent with walking is a great change to make in your life that you can start doing today. Plan it for literally every day and you will surprise yourself at how fun it becomes. Put your music on, go for a walk in the rain, go for a long walk in a storm. I know it sounds crazy, but as soon as the rain hits you and makes your clothes wet, it doesn't even matter. In fact, honestly, those are the most fun walks you'll have. So let's put all techniques together. Straight after watching this video, implement these changes. After waking up, only drink water and don't eat anything for at least a few hours. Eat your final bits of food within a maximum of 8 hours from the first bite of food that you had that day. A shorter window like 6 hours is even better. Eat less food during that eating window because you have simply reduced the amount of time you have to eat, so you'll feel more full. And finally, go for a walk every single day and get at least 5,000 steps in. Go for 10,000 if you feel up to it. And that's it. If you follow these 4 changes and nothing else, you will lose fat. You will be in a calorie deficit, intermittent fasting, and also doing some good exercise. It doesn't have to be difficult. In fact, losing fat can be quite easy if you just know what to do. And now you do. Here are those 4 changes again. Screenshot them, save it, write it down. The first few days will feel like a bit of effort, but after that you will get into the groove of things and it will become more natural and consistent for you. You clicked on this video because you wanted to improve your fat loss journey. The knowledge is there in front of you. You have done the easy work by searching for this knowledge and watching the entire of this video. Now it's time to do the hard work that will actually get you to your goal. And the best thing is, the hard work is honestly not that hard, especially if you can view it positively with excitement. Just try implementing the 4 changes to your daily life. You'll have good conscience knowing that you are taking the actions that will directly result in fat loss. Take care.